MBBS abroad, a dream or a web of deceit? How Indian students are being targeted. Imagine a boy from a small town dreaming of becoming a doctor, wearing that white coat. At home, the father has sold a portion of his land, the mother has mortgaged her jewelry, and the child goes to sleep every night thinking that one day doctor will be added before his name. His score in the NEET crowd falls a bit short. The family falls silent after hearing the fees of private medical colleges in India, and just then, an agent comes to the house. He says, "Don't worry, MBBS abroad is very cheap. It's English medium. The degree is valid in India. Admission is guaranteed." The family feels they've found a way out of the darkness. But the real fear starts right here, because many times, the very path that shows a dream leads the child into a trap where they find no proper campus, no proper hospital training, no guarantee of safety, and no easy path to becoming a doctor upon returning to India. The question is low-cost MBBS abroad truly an opportunity, or has it become a trap laid out for the dreams of Indian students in some places? Becoming a doctor is still a dream for millions of families in India. Every year, a large number of students prepare for NEET, take coaching, stay away from home, and the family hopes the child will secure a medical seat. But the reality is very harsh. Government medical seats are limited, competition is extremely high, and the fees of private colleges are beyond the reach of many families. In such a situation, when a consultant says that MBBS can be done at a low cost in Kyrgyzstan, Kazakhstan, Georgia, Tajikistan, or some other country, it sounds like a ray of hope for a middle-class family. This hope is often justified because there are many good institutions abroad as well. But the problem begins when wrong agents, incomplete information, and questionable colleges enter the space between hope and necessity. Kyrgyzstan has become a very popular destination among Indian medical aspirants in the last few years. The reason is clear. The fees there are stated to be lower than many private medical colleges in India, some universities claim to be English medium, and agents reassure parents that the child will return to India, pass the exam, and become a doctor. But the story isn't that simple. In an advisory from April 2026, the Embassy of India in Bishkek issued a clear warning to students and parents. They stated that before taking medical education in the Kyrgyz Republic, one must verify the educational consultant's company details, CIN, TAN, PAN, contracts, fee breakup, accommodation and food charges, because the mission has received complaints regarding misleading information, fee misappropriation, and unfulfilled contractual promises. This means the danger isn't just about the studies, but also the admission process and the network of agents. The biggest question here is how the student is targeted. First, they are shown the fear that getting a seat in India is difficult. Then, they are shown the dream that admission abroad is easy. Then, pressure is put on the family to make a quick decision. They are told that seats are limited, fees are currently low, the visa will be processed quickly, and they won't get a chance later. Many parents don't know the technical details of the medical system, so they believe the agent's word. But in a foreign medical degree, just taking admission is not enough. You have to see whether the course duration complies with NMC rules, how the practical training is, where the internship will be, whether you will get hospital exposure, and whether you will be eligible for the licensing exam after returning to India. The National Medical Commission and Embassy advisories repeatedly emphasize that a foreign medical graduate must fulfill the rules to practice in India. According to the Embassy advisory, important conditions for a foreign medical degree include a minimum 54-month medical course, a 12-month internship in that same foreign medical institution, English medium instruction, required subjects, and then conditions like a supervised internship and clearing mandated tests in India. This means that just writing MBBS abroad in a brochure doesn't complete the journey. The real journey is completed when the student can fulfill the requirements for legal registration and licensing upon returning to India. Now we come to those universities that have been questioned. In 2022, reports stated that the NMC had cautioned students regarding some new medical colleges in Kyrgyzstan. According to a report by the Times of India, the NMC stated that some recently started colleges attracted Indian students, but not a single local Kyrgyz student was enrolled in them. Names like Avicenna University, Adam University, Royal Metro University, and some other institutions appeared in the report, and the NMC advised not to overlook supervisory, regulatory, and infrastructural issues. This matter is very serious because medical education doesn't just happen in a classroom. To become a doctor, real patients, clinical exposure, labs, hospital training, and a regulated system are necessary. If a medical college has no local students, hospital exposure is weak, faculty is doubtful, and infrastructure exists only in name, then the student might get the degree but they won't get the skills. A lack of skill in the medical profession is not just a career problem, it is a matter of patient safety. A doctor learns more from the ward, OPD, emergency diagnosis, and patient handling than from books. If a student has completed the years but hasn't received hands-on clinical training, it can be difficult to clear the FMGE or the mandated exam upon returning to India. According to official information from NBEMS, foreign medical graduates have to qualify for a screening test to get registration in India, and eligible candidates have to go through the process with conditions of documents and degree confirmation. Another layer is added here, the alleged Pakistan-linked network. Some media reports claim that concerns have been raised regarding alleged links with Pakistani individuals and organizations in some private medical colleges in Kyrgyzstan. In a June 2025 report by 𝐟𝐨𝐥𝐥𝐨𝐰, it was written that allegations of poor infrastructure, misleading agents, doubtful admission practices, and targeting of vulnerable Indian students have surfaced against such institutions. However, caution is necessary while understanding this part. Until there is an official investigation report or court finding, such matters should be seen not as final truth, but as serious allegations and security concerns. Yet, the cause for concern is not small. If a foreign network views Indian students not just as an education business, but as a means for influence or exploitation, it becomes a national concern, not just a family loss. Especially when the targets are those children who come from border states, rural areas, small towns, or financially stressed families. Such children and parents quickly trust the agent's promises because they don't have many options. They are told the degree is recognized, they can practice in India, fees are fixed, the hostel is safe, and everything is legal. But when the student reaches there, sometimes the accommodation turns out to be different, sometimes the faculty is weak, sometimes documents are not clear, and sometimes hidden charges appear in the fees. A common pain is seen in the stories of many students. First, the family collects the money, then the admission letter arrives. Then comes the pressure for the visa and ticket. Then the child reaches abroad. Everything seems fine initially, but after a few months they find out that practical classes aren't happening properly, hospital visits are limited, there's a language barrier, it's hard to understand the local environment, and the agent is no longer even picking up the phone properly. What was called guaranteed support in India becomes figure it out yourself upon reaching abroad. This is the turning point where the dream gradually turns into stress. The issue of student safety in Kyrgyzstan has also come to light. In 2024, reports of mob violence against foreign students in Bishkek emerged, in which South Asian students including those from India and Pakistan were affected. The Indian embassy maintained contact with students at that time and spoke of coordination with universities and Kyrgyz authorities. This doesn't mean there is danger everywhere, but it certainly shows that while taking a decision for studies abroad, one should look at the safety environment, not just fees and admission. Parents will have to understand that the child will live in another country for 5 years. Therefore, along with the campus, the city, hostel, local support, and embassy contact are also important. Transparency is also necessary regarding fees. Many advertisements only show the tuition fee, but the total cost is different. Apart from tuition, one must add expenses for the hostel, food, visa renewal, medical insurance, travel, winter clothing, local transport, exam fees, documentation, coaching, and emergencies. If an agent says the entire MBBS will be done for a very low amount, the parent should immediately ask for a breakup. The embassy advisory also clearly states that students should have the itemized breakup of tuition fee year-wise, accommodation, food, and other expenses clearly mentioned in the contract. The biggest trap is hidden in the line, the degree is valid in India. Parents often become complacent hearing this. But a degree being recognized, eligibility, exams, and the registration process for practicing in India are different things. Showing the name of a university in a brochure alongside words like WHO, NMC, FMGE, FMGE is not enough. Many times agents use these words in marketing, but the student should verify from the official source. The NMC itself advises students to look at its website and regulations. NBEMS also provides information on the FMGE process and institute-wise performance. This means the decision should be based on official documents, not an agent's WhatsApp poster. Now the question is how the family can make the right decision. First, cross-check the name of the university with official embassy advisories, NMC rules, the university's official website, and the Kyrgyz education portal. Second, talk to Indian students already studying in that university, not just those provided by the agent, but from independent sources. Third, get real information about hospital training and affiliated hospitals. Fourth, The fees, refund policy, hostel, food, visa, insurance and agent responsibility should be clear in a written contract. Fifth, never leave your passport with an agent. The embassy advisory has also clearly stated that students should always keep their passport with them, and if an educational contractor withholds the passport, they should immediately inform the university authorities or the embassy. This story is not about spreading fear against any country. Not every foreign university is wrong, and not every consultant is a cheat. Many students study abroad, work hard, pass the exams, and build careers. But the problem is that in a sensitive field like medical education, the price of a wrong choice is very high. The loss from a mistake in an engineering course or a short diploma might be different, but in the path to becoming a doctor, 5 to 6 years, lakhs of rupees, family sacrifice and patient safety are all connected. Therefore, there is very little room for error here. Parents thinking of sending their child abroad must understand that cheap fees are not always a cheap decision. If clinical exposure in the college is weak, the degree process is unclear, safety is uncertain, and it's difficult to clear the exam upon returning to India, then those same cheap fees might prove to be the most expensive later. A correct foreign MBBS is one where the institution is genuine, training is strong, rules are clear, and the student understands the licensing pathway after returning to India. Today, awareness is the most important thing. Amidst agent shiny brochures, social media reels and slogans like direct admission and low-budget MBBS, a parent must ask questions with a cool head. Which country? Which university? Is there official approval? Is registration possible in the local medical council? Does the course duration match NMC norms? Will the internship be in that same institution? Is it actually English medium or just a marketing line? Is the FMGE performance of Indian students good? Is the student visa in the proper category? These questions might sound boring, but these very questions can save a child's future. In the end, this is the story of that boy who wanted to become a doctor. There was no fault in his dream. There was no lack in his parents' sacrifice. The fault lies only where those selling the dream hide the truth. Therefore, the decision for MBBS abroad should not be made in haste but with thorough investigation. If the college is right, the process is clear, and the rules are met, then studying abroad can become an opportunity. But if information is incomplete, the agent is putting pressure, asking for quick payment by showing very low fees, and official verification is unclear, then it is wise to stop. Because the dream of becoming a doctor is very big, and handing over such a big dream to a wrong network, fake promise or weak college is not just losing money, it's losing many years of life. Real protection is not in fearing but in knowing the truth. And that is why the first step before MBBS abroad should be verification, not admission.
If this video has taught you something new, or if you feel this information should reach more people, don't forget to like and share the video. Your small share can become valuable and useful information for someone else. If you have any questions related to this topic, or if you would like to share your opinion with us, be sure to write in the comment box. We read every question and suggestion from you, because your feedback inspires us to create better content. And if you want to keep receiving such interesting and reliable information about business, the economy, and the world in the future, then don't forget to subscribe to our channel GRT Business and also press the bell icon so that you get notifications of every new video directly. At GRT Business, we always strive to provide you with accurate, balanced, and reliable information. Our news and analysis are prepared based on information obtained from various news agencies, public sources, and public opinion. We make every effort to verify and validate each fact as much as possible. But in case of any possible error or dispute, the responsibility lies with the respective sources. Our only aim is to present you with a correct and trustworthy perspective so that you can understand any topic better.